Work for us today. How are we gonna do this? Oh, wow, we are live. Welcome, my lovelies. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. Today we are doing a daily vibration. Happy Wednesday to you guys. All right. Today we're gonna do things a little differently. Okay. We are gonna deal with the four elements, and we're just gonna deal with an overall message of encouragement. Okay. So we're gonna start off, lovelies, by just really calling in our guides, our angels, our ancestors, our higher self, the divine masculine and feminine energy. We're going to call in all of the wonderful energy that is here to help, guide, protect, encourage, motivate, okay, to give us the strength, the courage, and the boldness to take action when it's time, okay? So we're going to start off with the water element because we're in Cancer season, all right? Now, if you are not a Scorpio, if you are not a Pisces or a Cancer, all right, you would use the water element based on your feelings, your emotions, all right? And for that card, we have insecurities, all right? So when it's talking about emotions and feelings, or if you're a water sign, we're dealing with insecurities today, okay? All right, give me the next card. We're going to do Earth sign. All right. Earth sign, the energy that's coming out for Earth sign, all right, is instincts. Okay, so intuition energy is what's popping up. Now, if you are not a Capricorn, if you are not a Virgo, and if you are not a Taurus, we were going to apply this instinct energy to the physical realm. This is your money. This is your bills. This is your home. This is the responsibilities within the family. All right, so this is what you're going to apply that Earth energy to. All right. All right, let's move into the fire energy. What is the card for the fire energy? Fire energy, fire energy, fire energy. Fire energy is enlightenment, okay? So if you're a fire sign, that would be a Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe even a Aries, okay? If you are not, you're going to apply the fire element to your actions, okay? Your movement, okay? Do you react, or do you sit back and make sure that you plot and respond and execute, okay? That's how we're going to apply this fire energy, okay? Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the air signs. Okay. Now, air signs. If you are not a Gemini, if you are not a Libra, or if you are not an Aquarius, okay, you're going to apply the air energy to your mental and your spiritual thinking. That's how you're going to utilize this energy, okay? Now, you have dissipating, okay, where you placing your energy, where you spending your energy, are you wasting your time, okay? We also have release, okay? That's where we're going to apply air energy today. Now, let me just tell you, every element that you are under, or every element that you are dealing with, has a responsibility to play. So when we're talking about emotions today, we're dealing with the water signs. Some of you may definitely need to tap into your intuition today. With your earth energy, some of you may have to gain enlightenment today from a situation. With your fire energy and with your air energy, some of you may have to pay attention to what you're wasting your time within your head, okay? Because some things may need to be released, all right? So let's clarify what they're trying to say about emotions, okay, in my water signs. For those of you that are dealing with emotional stuff today, okay, especially when it comes around to your insecurities, all right? All right, they want you to go within and maybe do something different that you would not normally do. Okay, you have the she-wolf. Okay, the she-wolf is also feminine energy, and if you can take a look at this, this is really tapping into your deepest, darkest emotions. Okay, this is really going in and doing things afraid anyway. This is really you going in, right? When they say going in and release the wild within, that's going in and stepping outside of your box. Maybe having to do with something outside of your comfort zone today. That's the only way that you're gonna have to deal with and face your fears. You can't face your fears if you're not walking through them. Okay, you can't deal with insecurities if you're not owning up to things that you may need to change, things that you may need to release about yourself within your feelings emotionally. Okay, now clarifying insecurities, they're talking about rest and rejuvenation. All right, see, time out to balance yourself, time out to balance those emotions, time out to balance that feeling. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to plan and have some patience while you're planning. Now when you're planning, You're planning a positive move forward, and this is what they're saying about your emotions. Some of you just have not admitted to yourself that I'm hurting. Some of you have just not admitted to yourself that I don't know how to deal with what I'm feeling. Some of you have not admitted to yourself that I feel insecure. Some of you have not admitted to yourself that I feel unworthy. Some of you have not admitted to yourself that I'm selfish because of my insecurities. Whatever this is, fine. You don't have to deal with yourself and your insecurities and your emotions and your feelings today. This is root chakra energy. Root chakra energy is all about what's grounding you, what's on your mind constantly. Okay? Take a look at that green shirt, heart chakra. And not only is it heart chakra, he's also blocking his heart. Okay? Yeah. Tap in. Tap in. If you're not tapping in, you're going to do without in this season. Okay. Now let's move on to earth energy. If the message more resonates with you from the earth perspective, where you're dealing with things on the aspect of maybe, you know, bills, job, you know, the family responsibility, this energy can be applied to you. Or if you are a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus, this energy can also apply to you. Okay. Or if you have any of those placements, major placements in your chart, this energy can also apply to you. Okay. So we have crown chakra energy, direct communication with source coming in, and they're asking you to pay attention to your instincts today. They're asking you to trust yourself today. Fall back on that ego and trust that intuitive nature today, okay? That's also cleared up by the medicine guardian. Be open to the healing information. And that's important because sometimes when you're dealing with earth energy, they may tend to go more with the physical aspect of things, and not so much the emotional. But I'm going to go with what I see. I'm gonna go with what you show me you are. I'm gonna go with what you tell me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with how I analyze the situation, right? So sometimes there's not a lot of emotions there, right? Now this could be dependent on where you have, you know, placement of more water energy that deals a lot with the emotions, or maybe even fire energy where you're still using a different intuitive perspective, right? You also have the hunter, track down your fears and your desires. Once again, this is all about trusting your intuition. Okay, trusting your intuition. Okay, come on now. Foundation and achievement. So as you are being open to the healing information and you're facing shit, okay, and trusting your instincts, especially when dealing with this physical realm, foundation and achievements. Foundation and achievements. Okay, for some of you this may feel like it's a waiting game, or for some of you have been going through the waiting game. Okay, and if you have been going through the waiting game on a physical level, a materialistic level, and you've been doing that work, okay, and I'm not talking about putting it in external work, you know, because so literally we are at a place now where that's not external work now. Okay, so victory and success. Okay, victory and success. All right. So fire energy. Okay, Leos, Sagittarius, and Aries. Some of you may be feeling even like right now in this energy, if you're applying this fire energy also to not being able to take action, not being able really to move the way you want to get things done the way you want to. You just feel like you're stuck, like you can't move, right? Use this time to gain enlightenment. Watch that ego. Pay attention to your spirit. Pay attention to your higher self. Pay attention to the guides. Pay attention to what's really happening within you, and gain enlightenment from where you are right now, from the situation that you're in right now, right? Gain the enlightenment that's coming through, okay? Yeah. Some of you may have been having to pull back emotionally, okay? And that's that hermit mode. The situation could be causing you to go into hermit mode, okay? Yeah. It's asking you to move beyond ancestral patterns here. Do something different. Do something different. Okay. So now, if you are talking about generational curse, which is really just a bad habits that you may not have corrected in the past lifetime, okay? Because karma and generational curses, that's about things that was not corrected, fears that was not faced, traumas that was not healed in past lifetimes that could have been passed down. Okay, so it's kind of, let me tell you what this is. It's kind of like your mama saying to you, "Oh, we don't do that because XYZ is going to happen if you walk on that ladder." Okay, So if you've been told all your life walking on the ladder is bad luck, and then Uncle Larry walked on the ladder, and that, and then ever since Uncle Larry walked on the ladder, there ain't nothing right been in the family, and then there's just a generational. Okay, you would not have known that walking on a ladder was a curse or evil or bad if that was not something that was passed down in family, right? So now, what is your belief systems? Now, reevaluate some of that stuff. Reevaluate some of these things that we hold on to, right? Some of these ancestral patterns, right? Because some of this stuff came from brokenness. Some of this stuff came from past trauma that was not healed in relationship. Some of this stuff came from our grandmama thinking that she had to put up with getting her ass whooped because that's what women did at that time. You understand? Now look at the time frame. This was maybe from a time when women were not able to go out and get an education and go to work. So they felt like they needed to stay in an abusive situation because that's what we were taught that we had to do, right? Now, are we in that time that we have to continue things, right? Or take action toward things because we've gained enlightenment that what worked 20, 30, 40 years ago for our grandparents don't operate and work now here, okay? Some things that worked 20, 40 years ago for our grandparents still live true now because you can still utilize that spiritual knowledge and that wisdom and move forward with it, right? You can still do that, right? Some of the shit, come on. Some of the shit that was taught was because that was the slave mentality. Move past it. Gain some enlightenment. Okay? Seriously. Gain some enlightenment. New beginnings if you gain that enlightenment. New beginnings. New beginnings. New beginnings if you gain that enlightenment. All right, so when we're dealing with air signs, now, air signs, Gemini, Libra, okay? Gemini, I think, okay? Yeah, I got 1 foot in the physical world, 1 foot in the spiritual world, yeah, and I'm, I think I'm analyzing all of this shit. I had to think about how you operate here. I had to think about how it's operate there, and then I can find myself in this, not even in the center, but in the wholeness and the fullness of both, because I'm not choosing sides, I'm balanced. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Not only am I balanced, but I'm able to communicate and articulate. You got Libra. Libra is all about balance. Libra is ruled by Venus. Okay, not only am I balanced, but I'm coming with that love. But don't cross me, because I might have to lie. I might have to choose the other side, because remember, it's supposed to be peace at all costs, right? But what you don't understand is when you're living only by peace and you're not trying to get to a place of wholeness, what you're going to find yourself is with a whole lot of pieces, but with no wholeness. What are you wasting your time on? What do you need to release? Huh? What are you wasting your time on in your thinking and in your spiritual aspect of self? What are you sitting and thinking about repeatedly that you need to release? Who is in your ear wasting your time with the same conversation, for the same situation for the past 4 or 5 years or 4 or 5 months that ain't changing? You got the medicine mother popping up and she's asking you to honor your inner knowing. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Honor your inner knowing and enjoy success and happiness. What is your expression of happiness right now? Are you even expressing happiness? Or are you waiting on living by someone else's version of happiness? Some of you air signs gonna have to make some choices, right? You got throat chakra and you're gonna have to communicate those choices, right? You got movement, choices, and decision. Because some of you have been wasting your time on things you need to release. And like I said, if you are not an air sign, we applying this to what you've been in your head about, what you've been replaying, because you know you may need to make some choices. You know that there is some decisions and some things that needs to get done. This eclipse that just came in is all about testing. You asked for something. I'm presenting it to you, but do you really want what you asked for? Okay. All right, my lovelies. Make sure y'all put a thumbs up on this video, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you. Also, set that notification button, okay? So you guys can know when I do live spiritual conversations and relationship chronicle. Be prepared for the testing because it's here. And not only is it here, you have everything that you need to pass. Everything. Everything. You got this. You got this. If you own and take responsibility in this season, you got this. You good. It's golden. It's golden. It's golden. Right? It's from imperfection to perfection, from perfection to imperfection. Right? It's all about taking those broken pieces that you may call imperfection and creating a perfect mosaic masterpiece with that shit. Right? That's what we fucking doing. We creating a mosaic masterpiece. Right? You can take shit and put shit in a garden as fertilizer and grow some beautiful things. Remember that as the test is unfolding, okay? All right, my lovelies. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. It's Daily Vibration. I honor each and every one of you, okay? You know, remember, it's not about humility right now because anybody can be humble. Right now, it's about nobility and integrity. Okay? Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But what you want to do is be true to yourself. Okay? All right. Out of darkness comes enlightenment. So be aware of that. Be true to yourself. Okay? All right. Yeah. Bye, my loves.